I don't know how to do this. This is episode 1. I don't know really how to start this. This is very, very new to me. Normally, I'm the type of person you see on the camera talking about something businessy, something about making money, how everybody's brand should do this or do that. So this is a little new, but fuck it. I don't really have anything to lose, right? For context, for the last 2 years, I've been building a business. 10 years before that, I was building another business. And I guess for the last couple of years, I've rarely documented any of the process, any of the thoughts that happen, I guess, on the journey, the loneliness, the dilemmas, the relationships, the doubt, because I feel like the journey is full of bad moments that don't get displayed. Everybody nowadays thinks it's really cool to go out there and be an entrepreneur, but here goes nothing, right? So my name's Adrian. I'm 30 years old, and I always feel like I'm constantly behind. I apply pressure to me because that's the only way that I feel useful. I've spent the last 14 years trying to prove that I am useful to my friends, family, relationships, and I had a very, very different picture and image of the way I wanted my life to look like. And it doesn't look the way I wanted it to look at this point, right? Interestingly enough, I now have a vehicle to try and, pass that forward. I may not have been able to curate the life that I wanted or the life that I imagined, but I do know how to build things. I know how to polish a turd, let's say, right? And I feel like what I'm building is my way of making sure that other people get a vehicle to do that themselves. Like when I was younger, I wanted to be a creative. In school, I would have been the kid that had a laugh. I would have been the class clown, right? I was always doing drama and music and all these kind of things. And then as I got older, I wanted to stand out from the crowd, right? And I didn't know how to do that. I don't feel like I was very educated. I barely graduated school. I dropped out of university, and I've really just been hiding from who I really am by trying to be competent. And by being competent, no one really sees who I actually am and who I was as a kid. And I feel like so many years, 14 years trying to be competent, I've sort of prevented myself from living the way I should have lived. So, I never took a holiday. I never followed up with friends. I never focused on my partners. I didn't spend time with family. And in that pursuit of trying to just be extraordinary, I've found myself in a place where I don't know who I am, right? And I've made money and I've made no money. I've been really broke. I've been quite well off. I'm yet to settle down, right? Do the thing that everybody says that you should do by now. But I guess this is episode 1 of documenting the real process. I guess and it's going to be hard to do. I'm not sure how I'm going to pull it off, because I don't pause to think a lot. I'm always doing, right? And I need to pause and think. I need to make sure that I give myself time to reflect. And I guess this is like therapy in a way, because if anyone knows me, knows that me and a therapist would not go hand in hand. We would argue. We would fight. I would disagree with them the entire time. A bit about me. Everything I know, I did not learn in universities. I learned it on the streets. I learned it in the real world. I learned it dealing with loss. I learned it dealing with pressure. And some part of me eventually wants to go back to school and learn what everybody else got a chance to do. I don't even know if that makes sense, but yeah, I don't know. This is, I guess, a video diary, episode 1. And I'm going to try to do these once a week, just to sort of go through everything that, I don't know how to do this, to go through everything over the last week, I guess. And really, it's that simple. I don't know. This isn't for anyone else except for me, really. So if you want to watch. If you don't, then all good. God bless.